there's something that can make your day feel overwhelming even before it starts, and that is not having the right supplies when you are cooking. So we're gonna create a system for shopping without chaos. Yes, grocery shopping also has a system. Most people grocery shopping reactively. So you get into the store, you walk in with your cart, and then you think,
what is looking good today? What looks good today? What's on sale? What is it that I want to eat for dinner tonight?
and yes, that might work for dinner tonight. But if you want to create a structured way of cooking, that's a different story. You have to understand that shopping is part of cooking. In fact, I think you should think as shopping as the first step of cooking. If your list is messy, your cooking routine will also be messy. And honestly, if you don't have a list, maybe you should not even go to the store. Think about that. Let me tell you how I think about a grocery list. I like to divide my grocery list in 4 sections. So the first section is produce, then proteins, dairy, and then pantry and dry goods. And honestly, that is also how I personally navigate the supermarket, the grocery store. So if you think about how most of the grocery stores are organized, you're going to see the produce, meats, and dairy sections on the perimeter of the store. And then in the aisles, you're going to find all sorts of processed food items and dry goods. So I like to organize my list kind of following the layout of the store. And in that way, I think I move faster and I move with, more purpose and intention. And yes, while I also like to go grocery shopping for leisure sometimes, a lot of the times when I'm buying shopping for my clients, for example, I want to go as fast as I can and optimize my time. So I usually start with produce, and that also includes frozen items. So there are a couple of staples that I always have in my fridge, and I incorporate in pretty much everything that I cook, and those are garlic, onions, because I'm Brazilian. So garlic, onions, some sturdy herbs like rosemary, thyme, and things like that. And when I choose my vegetables, I also prefer sturdy vegetables, vegetables that can be roasted or braised and cook well and reheat well as well. So things like zucchini, squash, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, things like that, that will add fiber to my dishes without necessarily being compromised by staying in the fridge or freezer for some period of time. And again, when I think about these ingredients, I'm thinking about durability in the meal prep system. So I choose vegetables that are going to hold the structure better. Then we move on to proteins. I usually choose 2 or 3. That's normally enough for my week. And yes, if something is on sale, especially on the protein section, by all means, try to incorporate that on your menu for the week. But be intentional, okay? Have a plan. Don't just randomly grab whatever is on sale without knowing when or where you're going to use that. So my go-to proteins at home are ground turkey. I always have lean ground turkey. I always buy boneless, skinless chicken thighs, white fish, any white fish, sole, tilapia, baza, anything like that with a mild flavor profile. I always have tofu. I prefer soft tofu. I always have eggs. These proteins are easy to work with. They are versatile. You can mix and match them with different sauces and even different cooking styles, roasting, pan-sear, and things like that. You can manipulate the flavors. You can manipulate the flavors in many different directions, and they give you flexibility for your meal prep. After proteins, I move on to the dairy section. Always have milk and some sort of cheese in the fridge because I have kids at home and they love milk and cheese. And I always have yogurt. Those are the three items that I buy pretty much every single week. So, and for yogurt, I prefer plain, fat-free Greek yogurt. That's what I try to incorporate in my dishes at home. We move on to the aisles within the supermarket, the pantry and dry goods section. Like the other sections, this is not something that you're gonna buy every week. This is something that you replenish, that you have a stock at home, and when you're low, you go and you buy. So things like dry pasta, grains, dry beans, canned goods, and you can also include cleaning products in this part. Why not? And non-food items as well. So you might buy these once every couple weeks, once every couple months, but it's good to include them in your shopping list as well. Because we don't buy this often, that's why I pay close attention when I inventory this section before I go grocery shopping. Because honestly, I don't want to have a pan with sauteing garlic in the stove and then realize that I'm out of rice. So I really like to go and check my dry goods before I go grocery shopping. If you take a close look at this grocery list and how it's structured, you're going to see that it's mostly whole foods. But let's be honest, as a chef working many years in the food industry, there were times in my life where my nutrition would come from a bar of chocolate and 3 cups of cappuccino a day. So, yes, I'm also a person. I also like snacks and fun items. And by all means, yes, you have space for those on your list as well. Your favorite foods, your fun foods, your snacks, and so on and so forth. Just add them to your list. Again, just be intentional and have a plan. The goal here is shopping intentionally with a grocery list, preferably in one grocery store once or twice a week. That is going to simplify your cooking routine a lot, believe me. We're trying to create a calm and composed mindset for your shopping day. You got this, okay? You have a list, you have a plan, you are building your system. And please, 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 don't forget to eat before you go grocery shopping. That's also gonna help tame your inner hunger a little bit. So it's gonna prevent you from buying random items. Sometimes I do that, I go grocery shopping without eat, and then I come home and I have, I don't know how many bars of chocolate and things that I was not supposed to buy. So here's a tip for you: eat before you go grocery shopping. In the next chapter, we're finally going to enter the kitchen and talk about how to create a cooking flow for you on your meal prep day, or even on your cooking routine at home for your week. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and support this chef content creator wannabe. Thank you. See you next.